back to Frequency Phoenix 555 for your message or massages. Come in. Come on. I've got intel. Recon is afoot as we kick our way into this glorious day gifted to us by the Most High, Father God, Mother Isis. The planetary energies are Venus in Scorpio opposes Uranus in Taurus. It may be tempting to keep an emotional distance from others. However, your emotional vulnerability is likely to be rewarded when you share, darling dear. Sharing is caring. People in relationships are going to have to find ways to compromise when Venus and Uranus oppose each other. You can't take on everything yourself. Giving up your peace, darling dear. Giving up your peace could sometimes create a doormat situation. And big cat, you can't have that. Why? Brilliance has no age limit. Fist bump. Yes, big cat, my dear big cat. We're going to talk about that big D today. You're saying, what's that, Case? You're careful to ask in case I'm what? Listen, don't misconstrue my D, yeah? I'm talking about the discernment. Yes, baby, discernment. It's defined as what? Acute judgment. The ability to grasp what is obscure. The ability to decide between the truth and lies or errors, darling dears. Discernment is one way that we connect with the Most High, Father God, Mother Isis. Discernment is not just a series of steps you take to seek direction from God. No, it's also the instrument of healing when exercised with love. Discernment can be what? A spiritual scalpel that makes emotional healing possible, darling dears. As you step into today, darling dears, I pray your actions and thoughts will be led by discernment. Be the best you can be and choose to what? Chase your goals, your ambitions, and your dreams, darling dears. Fist bump as we call in the energies of wisdom, guidance, and protection from Father God, Mother Isis, ancestors, angels, way shows, and spiritual guides. From Keitha to Malkuth. Namaste. Energies, big cat. Up. I insist. Right. Let's get the ball rolling, so to speak. Pardon the pun. Maybe it was meant, I don't know, but that ball will be rolled. Oh, just the one, darling dear. We're going to get this, let it be like gas. But however, there's always a back end to these rooms, darling dear. And what's that? This is represented by the hangman in tarot, darling dears. On its face for what? Spiritual enlightenment. Seeing what is unseen, but using your discernment. With what? Your third eye, darling dear. Buffing that up to a brilliant shine to go to the core of what's going on. It also speaks about what? Somebody's feeling a bit what? Drudgerous, having to live in their perversity. Somebody is getting the what? The full and in your face enlightenment of the last thing you said to them before you said get out, basura. One of us will go to jail. If you stay, one will be in the prison and the other one in the madhouse. You said you ain't going to either of them places. Why? It's not good for the big cat. You must be free to sock it to him, Scotty. Anyhow, before I digress again, this also speaks about something that was not known to you before, darling dear. Emotional intelligence in some cases is being revealed for you today. Some people would like to pull you off your gangster so that you can tongue wrestle. And God forbid you start tussling in the dust with someone who's going nowhere. Blood, they've got nothing to lose. Remember that. You got the jazz hands, but you also have the control over said jazz hands. Love it. Don't hate it, darling dear. I love it. Hangman represented by water as well as Neptune energy. Something that you sought is about to be revealed to you, darling dear. It also speaks about what? The psychosis of a neurosis. Somebody's going through it and they're going to take you to either the hospital or the prison, darling dear. Be very careful of your energies because they will pull you off your gangster. Because why? They're realizing the brilliance within you is not limited to age. Right? And them don't like it, or that's their business. They need to wear what? The sunglasses, because you are still shining, shining, shining. Pinkies up. While I'm at it, darling dears, Hangman in the reverse, I have to also again remind you of Jamaican dancehall artist Spice. Her condition has worsened in the Dominican Republic. Bebe, sending up prayers of protection and recovery to Spice. Good golly and gosh. Love the skin you're in, darling dears. Yes. It's nice to entertain about the plastical surgicals of it all, darling dears. But you're putting your life on the line every time you go unnecessarily under the knife. And the DR, baby, just because it's 3,000, that same 3,000 will be the last one you spend on this Malkuth with what? Sound mind and a healthy body. Sometimes listen, if they don't like the skin you're in, there is 8 billion people on this Malkuth, darling dear. There's someone for everyone, but not everyone's allowed to come to your what? VIP club. I told you that invite must be rescinded as you realize your brilliance is not limited to your age. And when that enlightenment bulb goes off, you make sure you pay attention, darling dear. And who needs to go? Don't stop them, darling dear. Just say to them, I hope the door does not split you. Does not hit you where the good Lord split you. This and that, my dear big cat. This and that. We are in what? In the mode where we are using and taking actions with full cognitive actions, darling dears. As we step into whom you're meant to be on this Malkuth. Badassery, right? Bending the matrix, right? Healthier choices, right? Check. And recheck. It also speaks about somebody's unstable in their cranium. Baby, you don't want to go around those people. If your mind says to you to leave a dramatic situation, leave. You don't have to wait to see who's doing what to whom. Next thing you know, just like poor, what's his name, take off in a situation, an innocent bystander got offed. Be very careful with your energies, blood. And if your mind says get out, they didn't say get out and get your phone out and sit there recording it. Keep it pushing and live to tell the tale. Another day, fist bump. Right, let's press on. We're going to use is it the Distance Oracle Traveler? Listen, if you remember the name of this deck, please put it in the comments. I've got so many. Yeah. Whatever was sent for you, darling dear, it didn't land. Too brilliant for that, darling dear. Base of the deck, faraway places. Get ready for new horizons. Us big cats, we are always doing what? The Star Trek, boldly going where no other person has gone before. The unknown, where what? Blessings and guidance is to be found. But you have to get quiet and use your discernment to hear the voice of God when it says what? Keep going. Unsure? Keep going. Don't know what to do? Knowledge is power, darling dears. Be a keyboard gangster. And what you don't know, and whatever situation or circumstance you might find yourself in, there's 8 billion of us on this Malkuth, darling dear. Someone's had more or less the same experience as you. And they're not slow with putting their intel on the internet. Find out she's naive. Knowledge is power. Power is power. Yeah. Let's press on, darling dears. Press on at a hot trot. When my oldest daughter was graduating for her degree, because she's done her master's now, the oldest person graduating was 76 years old. Brilliance has no age limit. Remember I told you that. What's this? Solitude? In silence, peace prevails, darling dears. What did I say? Don't let nobody take you off your gangster. Don't be invited to what? Tongue wrestling with what? Chicken of the sea, darling dear. I tell you many times, from a distance you can't see who the chicken head is. Wisdom, darling dear, will allow you to live another day and have the chance to what? Bend the matrix. Remember, listen to your higher self. This is why a bird is on her shoulder. The owl is able to what? Turn his head all the way around, darling dear. We don't have that fortunate aspect as humans being. This is why you have to pay attention to your intuition and your discernment. And if you're not sure about certain energies around you, we give it the what? The post-it note treatment. Write down the highlights of their behaviors, darling dears. You'll see all you want to see. Nothing wrong with sitting in with your own energies, darling dears, to examine how you've handled situations, right? Get the enlightenment, hangman on its face, right? And understand how to move forward accordingly. What's this? Look, I can't make it up. Faraway places, darling dear. Some of you are setting sail or going on that iron bird to faraway places. Always protect thyself. And in some cases, don't tell anyone you're going anywhere. Tell them when you get back. Not everybody's going to be happy with you being able to what? Boldly go and do the Star Trek move. And it also speaks about what? Foreign places as well as foreign people. Maybe getting in contact with you over the next 7 days. What's this? First light as you begin this new cycle. Yes, baby, you will have the Eye of Sauron on you. They're going to be jealous, darling dear. Why? They're still going through the rinse and repeat of what they created. They thought, they thunk, when you what? Minus the big cat from the situation, you was the what? The point of all of their issues and problems. Nah, babe, you just took your light, understanding you can't what? You can't lead the blind when they choose to be blind. It's a new beginning for you, darling dear, as you rinse and repeat and realize that you are big cat, prototype of your lineage, and what? Brilliance has no age limit. Fist bump. Let's press on at a hot trot. Because you know I can be such a chatty cat. Big cat, do you believe in magic? I do. Moon magic? Yes, darling dear. And somebody also believes it when they try to what? Stop you. Many people have tried to what? Lock and bind you. Good golly and gosh, many people have set up a jar in your name, but guess what? Return to sender. When you claim dominion over your energy, no weapon or word, because words are spells, formed against you shall prosper. Protect yourself, obsidian crystal. Make sure you cleanse said crystals on a regular basis, darling dear. On a regular basis. Right, where are we going to? There's so many. Every card is calling to me. What's going on? I don't know where to look. We're going to go with the black cards first. Kelly Palasano, Big Cat, Wave, Slim Jim, I see you, darling dear. Bonita, my dancing ballerina, the big cat that loves to dance her way through her day. Fist bump. Who else is here? Oracle 7100, first in the chat. Wagwan, I see you. Who's that? Anta Staples, darling dear. Pinkies up. Hi, Josie. A new face in this place. Donnie Renee, I see you. Slim Jim Wagwan. You're good, Maji. Let's see. Some quick messages before we get the tarot out. The 11th. Oh, listen. The cards don't ramp. The 11th house is the house of what? Groups, darling dears. Families, friends, whatever. Which is dysfunctional. Yes. We know who's chucking it at us. Well, guess what? Return to sender in the name of the Most High. The 11th house, darling dear. A big cat, what? Aquarius energy. Yeah. It also speaks about what? A time for you to what? Transcend certain situations. This is about you what? Promoting your well-being as what? As well as what? Being more practical with what? The people you choose to be around. Someone from this group, darling dear, that you've either let go and told them to what? Go forth and multiply in the crevice of the devil's balls. They don't like what you've got going on. Well, they best learn to suck it up, because coffee spelt backwards is a fork. Yes, darling dears. What's on the base? What did I say? Knowledge is power, and power is power. You don't allow these repeat offenders with their dysfunctions and their crazy making ways to bleed into your existence. Leave them where they are. They'll sort themselves out with their own wickedness. Who's that? The meaning Wagwan. Big Cat Wave. Goddess Diamond. Aloha. Aloha. Hi. Yes, darling dears. Oh, my right palm is itching. You know I'm Reiki Master. And I share the abundance with every big cat out there. Take it in, darling dears, and tell no one. Remember I told you that? Let's get a deck that I haven't used in a while. Every deck is calling to me. What's going on? Yeah, press pumped and perturbed. Somebody's worried about how you are actually managing to bend the matrix. Why? Certain people's companies you was in, when you gave them your brilliant ideas, they made you feel like the town fool, the idiot, the one who was always walking out with their ass out. Well, guess what? Now they see what you say from the nosebleed section. And no weapon that they're forming against you is going to prosper. That dark energy has to go somewhere. Best with them, eh? Best with them. Let's ring the bell for the bad juju to stay with them. We mean only well. We mean well. Somebody is sitting somewhere today, darling dears, and the last words you said to them is ringing in their head. That free open space. Their cranium is being bandied around with your words. Your ancestral team takes no prisoners. Fickle. What did I say? That same fickle in and out energy, darling dear. They're getting it from everyone that they chose over you. They're realizing that you was the light. You were sent to them, darling dear, to what? Buff up their cranium, buff up their spiritual pay grade. And what did they do? They took your words, your energies to others, tried to bleed you dry, darling dear. Well, guess what? That cut-off game was surgical when you realized brilliance has no age limit. Bop, bop, bop. Yes, music. Listen, I vibe off of my musics when I'm doing my reads. What did I say? They feel left out. They're going through debt. They're in court on Kiefer as well as Malkuth, darling dear. And it is also a reminder of you, darling dear. Don't be fickle with paying your bills. That creates karma for you, darling dears. If you ain't got it right now, you get a payment plan. Don't be dysfunctional with that, because you set yourself up for failure. What else? Negative energy of a bad friend. You felt that energy. Your intuition and discernment was on 1000, but you still chose to what? Be around the in and out energy. Why? Because it was a familiar face. Listen, a familiar face is still a mask wearing marauder. They know how to get you in your emotionals. Your cut-off game must be surgical, darling dear. I love it. I don't hate it. Clarify the moon energy, darling dear. The moon, represented by Pisces as well as Cancer energy. It speaks about the deception, right, that was trying to be perpetrated against you on the astral plane. They've been having dreams about you, darling dear. Dreams of what? Self-destruction. They wanted you to take yourself out. Hangman in the reverse also speaks about what? Taking yourself out. And not to lunch, darling dear. I mean, not for everything. So that you can come back as what? I don't know. I don't know. And I don't know. But the Sun card, this speaks about what? Spiritual blessings as well as what? Enlightenment, darling dear. Knowledge is key. Understanding what you went through, darling dears. Major arcana. The moon is being trumped by the sun. Whatever was in the dark is about to be brought to the light for you, darling dear. And you must pay attention. Use your discernment and your intuition so that you can what? Live another day. So you can sock it to them, because you have a captive audience. I tell you all of the time, big cat. When you are the top, you will be the topic. And when you are the head, you are the headline. They want to know why you're happy. When you're a happiness expert, knowing that happiness is an inside job. Yes. Worrying and wondering if the things they said and did put you in what? The poorhouse, the madhouse, out in the street, in Cardboard City. Well, it didn't work. That fickle energy is the one that's worrying about what you've got going on, rather than what? Work on their astroturf. Yes, baby. They are now realizing that you are what? An electromagnetic being. We all are. We get our energy from the sun, but you learn to ground yourself, walking barefoot in the grass, going to big bodies of water, getting into the sea, darling dear. Base of the deck, King of Pentacles. They're worried about your money, darling dear. Someone's looking at your gangster. This also speaks about this fickle energy is trying to count your pentacles from the nosebleed section. Them are count your pentacles. Good for them. At least it will keep them off the streets, darling. They're infecting someone else with their fickle energy, right? Wasting their times. They know that you are what? Brilliant. And the King of Pentacles is someone who is mature. Maybe not in age, darling dear, but in the actions that you've perpetrated, darling dear. You've been making right choices. You took a gamble and a chance on yourself. What's that, Slim Jim? You're saying, get out my pocket. No, babe, I don't listen. I don't tell no one to not count my pentacles. Someone has to be the accountant. And I'd rather it be them, not me. They don't know exactly what you got. They're trying to get an idea. You heard that word when you assume. It makes an ass of you and me. Not you and me, but you know what I'm saying, darling dears. These dummy bats, dumb as a crumb. Baby. Bossing up, darling dear. Knowing your worth and adding tax. Pay attention, darling dears, to your health and make healthier choices. And the people, places that you go plays a big factor in your mental health and your well-being. You are coming through as a king. And he said crew, Freudian slip. I'm amongst my crew, fist bump. Clarify this King of Pentacles. What else do we need to know? Other than the fact they're worried about they, them, and What, you wanted to know their name? I told you their name. This Prakala or Prakalisha Black. Clarify the King of Pentacles. Yeah. You're about to get new options, darling dears. But divine also cautions you to choose wisely. Not every cup you must take, darling dears. Take the time to pray on it. Use your discernment and your intuition, right? Because remember, some situations will get your emotionals going, and you have to be like a king. A king doesn't fly off of the mouth. No, the king takes a while to what? Cultivate all of the energies around them before he or she takes action. Remember, not every cup that is being brought to you. Yes, there's opportunities, darling dears, but use your intuition and your discernment, right? Clarify the cup. Thank you. Yeah, because one is full of betrayal, darling dears. Look at this present energy. Somebody's going to come towards you, darling dear. And it's what? The Libra energy. They're going to come like partnership. The 7th house is about partnerships, friendships, contracts and stuff, darling dears. They're going to try and get you involved in a contract, a friendship, swords. Use your what? Cranium, darling dears. Pray on the situation. Why are you suddenly the next shiniest thing? The best thing since what? Sliced bread and white on rice, darling dear. Why are you so fabulous all of a sudden to this stranger that is not a true friend? They want to break you and betray you, darling dears. Pay attention. You're a beacon. Why? Because you're happy. You're happy. You know how, Big Cat, you know how many people don't know how to be happy on their own? They don't know how to entertain themselves. So they put themselves out for all sorts of energies. Being able to walk alone, right, is a superpower, and you have it. You've got it, darling dear. You hold all the aces. Unnecessary in it. Listen. Don't let me start cussing because there's no one to check me, boo. Didn't I start sucking my 31 teeth? Clarify this Knight of Wands. What's up with them? They need to hold on to that skullduggerous paw. Yeah, they remember in the cup you came with this what? Knowledge and enlightenment. The what? Unconditional love. Somebody don't understand what they lost in you. Well, guess what? They're thinking about what you said to them just before you said basura, and the trash took itself out. This is somebody who is feeling disappointed, disillusioned, and feeling like a dumb ass and a dickhead in them streets. Well, that's their business. They need to restrain themselves from trying to contact you on any level. We already saw the astral plane. Whoever sent whatever they sent to me the other night, mate, I woke myself up to a level. I had my obsidian crystal, and the first words that came out of my mouth was, I lock and bind you in the name of the Most High. And I sent that energy back, blood. Hey, can't wake me up from my glorious sleep after I've tucked myself in for the night and said goodnight to God. Now it's got me on my 31 teeth and I've got to turn on the fan. Listen. Now they see, darling dears. Now they see that the energy that you... Because you have to look at the Knight of Wands, darling dears. Lean in, big cat. You have to understand the Knight of Wands. It's about being adventurous. They see that you're somebody who is what? You take actions towards your goals and your dreams. This person was fickle or people, right? A cheating cheatara. They never listen. If you told them anything, they're like a sieve. They put it out there for everyone to listen because they wanted them all to laugh at you. Well, who's laughing now? Who's laughing now? All right. Missed opportunity, darling, there. And they're sad and they're sorry. Well, they better cry into their fist. Luke 62:22. What exactly are they missing about you? Might as well go in there, big cat. What exactly is it about, my dear big cats? As they realize brilliance has no age limit. How things are being... Listen, you're like a magnet, darling, dear. What you are still don't understand how you keep attracting all of this good fortune. Look, juxtaposed to the King of Pentacles, I saw it go. When you choose the higher road, it doesn't mean... Listen, as a big cat, right? We are 50% namaste. But that other 50%, listen, you'll give them all the smoke, right? And still go back to your domicile and feel good about yourself as you burn your California white sage. I tell you, we don't cause no harm, but we take no SHIT. None! Return to sender. They're not understanding how you're able to still attract things. You're still happy, right? You're managing to circumvent, right? All of this bad energy, right? You're getting yourself out of all sorts of debt. Yes, baby. If you're going through a situation where you're trying to build something, darling dears, remember, the reason why it's taking long because you have to learn more. Make sure that you are an expert in your field. And sometimes you have to get rid of the karma that you created on yourself by being around the wrong sort for too long. I know it's unfortunate. Listen, karma is not discriminatory. But once you realize it and catch yourself, darling dear, and you step into your enlightenment, you buff up your discernment, everything will fall into place. Time is nothing in Keitha. Remember I told you that? What's this? Oh, what's peeking out the bottom of the black deck? Fool's gold. Shit, fresh shit shining in the sunlight, guys. Yeah. What about the Fool's Gold? They see that you're able to attract what you want. This goes to what? 6 of Cups, darling dear. Past energy. Someone you possibly overgave to, darling dear. You gave and gave and gave until you nearly gave it all up. Nah, babe. They found what they was looking for. Someone or someone that is just as fake as them. Tell us about the Fool's Gold. We wants to know. What about this Fool's Gold? When you ended that cycle. World card. Turn the page, created a new chapter for yourself. And again, this is about travel. Somebody's planning world travel. It could be a company in Asia. I said a company. Oh, so is it a company trip? Be very careful and protect your energy. And don't trust your co-workers. Don't trust nobody, mate. Do you remember years ago, right? It was an Asian couple that went on their honeymoon, and well, allegedly, the husband paid someone in the village to off the wife. Why? He had a different somebody that he wanted to get back to, as well as the life insurance policy. Let me tell you something. World card, Earth and Saturn energy, darling dears. It's also represented by the fixed signs of Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius. A desirable outcome for you when you ended that. This is why Divine has gifted you with a fresh start. And the World card also reminds you that you are being watched, darling dear. And I told you, social media isn't the only place people are watching you. Oh, this got left on the table. I was just about to what? Clarify the Five of Pentacles. Breaking of what? Dysfunctional generational curses, emotional fulfillment. Your loyalty, darling dear. Your loyalty cannot be replaced, and it will not be found. They will seek it here. They will seek it there. But they won't get it back again, darling dear. Not when you what? Diss a big cat. A big cat who was sent as the blessing in their life. Pisces energy. Yeah, King of Swords. Big time spying, darling dear. These unemotional people. Now they're sorry. Now they're sad. Base of the deck. What did I say? Past energy, darling dears. You've already dealt with this energy. Maybe you called them a king or a queen in your presence, darling dear. But they are no king and they are no queen. The Six of Cups also speaks about what? The opportunities that you're being afforded. This is look, lean in, big cat. I'm telling you something. This went to Six of Cups. Cancer energy. Right? And now Divine has gifted you with what? The full Six of Cups. You have opportunities coming towards you. But again, you better what? Put your third eye on it, darling dear. Use your discernment. And not every cup of opportunity must you take. What about this negative back front snake-like energy that wants you in the gutter? It's not working on you, darling dear. It's on them. They're lacking in direction. They failed to plan. Now they're planning to fail. That's their business. Tell me something more about this Three of Wands on its face. Oh, 2 cards. Rock pocketers, darling dear. And they're amongst people that what? Are taking them for everything they've got. The same what they did to you. If they used your finances, your intellect, everything, right? It's being taken from them, darling dear. They're being stripped. Let me tell you something. And it's an ugly sight. Unsavory sight. Well, what's the energy for you? Let's clarify. They're losing things, darling dears. Page of Wands. Divine wants you to what? Mind your own business. Page of Wands is about focusing on your own goals and your own dreams. This is my prayer for you today, darling dears. I pray, right, that you what? Are led by your discernment. And you be the best cat you can be as you continue to chase your goals and your dreams. Divine don't want you to worry about who did what to whom or who's trying to do what to you. That's not your pay grade. This is what your security is for. Who's that? Your ancestral team, darling dear. I told you, it's Rich White Lady season on Keitha as well as Malkuth. Base of the deck. We've got what? Palace of Cups. Master your emotions, darling dears. Master your emotions. If situations from the past is still getting you angry, or you're, God forbid, you're still crying over that, listen, we need to stop the reading for a moment so I can speak to you. If you're still crying over a situation from the past, big cat, put me on pause, because I'll still be here when you get back, right? And if you didn't come back today, I'll be here tomorrow to tell you the same thing. Go to the nearest mirror. Look deep into your eye chakras. That's what? Tearing up over the past situations. And what? Get the jazz hand and slap yourself until blood and spittle flies. Good God. Then wash your face like David and come back, because I haven't fallen out with you. I'm still here for you, big cat. I'm still here. Master those emotions and have faith in God. Let them war with God, darling dear. It's above your spiritual pay grade. You've already what? Called in the Most High to have what? The head seat at your tableau, darling dears, as your head is anointed. King of Wands, with that in and out energy, darling dears. The King of Wands also speaks about what? You've got the gift of the gab. Once you realize whom you are and what you command on this Malkuth, darling dear, you can talk yourself into any situation, but you have to what? Use the knowledge. Knowledge is power. Take active movements towards your dreams and goals. The King of Wands is also what? Highly spiritual, darling dear. You are a spiritual gangster. This is why you are realizing now that what? Brilliance ain't got no age limit, blood. And we saw this in yesterday's read, a divine match. I think it was in the cardinal sign read. Yes, baby. A divine match is on the tableau for some, darling dear. Queen of Pentacles. And it also speaks about what? Advisory role. Somebody who is in advisory role. Maybe you are a spiritual advisor, darling dears. But it also speaks about you being looked on as the one. Baby, listen. The last person that looked on me as the one, I nearly lost 20 years, 2 decades. And people don't go to prison for murder for that. In the UK, listen, you don't want no one to earmark me as the one, blood. Me have to tell you me is the one. And me have to research you. Pray to my ancestors. Speak to God. Yeah. What about this enlightenment that's coming towards you? Because you're brilliant. I told you, Big Cat, you're fabulous, gorgeous, and lovely. And I'll have nothing else said. You tell yourself that on a daily basis. Remember, we don't do the rinse and repeat. Einstein told us, right? If the point of repeating the same thing and getting this, you will always get the same outcome. You had what? The epiphany, right? That you had to get off of that hamster wheel to find your true happiness, right? Spiritual guidance, darling dear, and direction, whatever direction you want. What about this Sun card? Thank you. Fell off the back end, darling dear. True enlightenment comes with what? Mastering your emotions, emotional maturity. Yeah, and isolating yourself from a bottom feeder, right? That looks like what? A whole hood looking alfalfa with yarn for hair. These creatures from the backwoods need to understand that when you've isolated from them, why? You was protecting yourself. And it also speaks about your ancestral team is shining a light on their behaviors. As the last words you said to them, rocks in their cranium, darling dear. Don't go back. Protect your energy. Master your emotions in that situation. Split the deck. Hang. Look! I can't make it up. Enlightenment, darling dear. Change your perception of the situation and the situation will change immediately. Some of these people wanted you brown bread. They was hoping that you'll be what? Stuck in a mode where you're waiting for them to come back to what? F you over again. And you'll get it without the Vaseline. Yeah. These synthetic spirits. That's what? Melting through sunlight, which is what? Guided by the Most High. They wanted you brown bread. And you might even hear that somebody's what? Giving a cry for help, darling dear. They're going to off themselves unless you come out of your spiritual cocoon to come and help them. I had to think of something nice to say then. Sometimes if you can't say something nice, you mustn't say it at all. Well, the only nice thing I can say, if somebody's reaching out to you, telling you that they're going to off themselves unless you come over, you better make sure that you remember, we are what? Experts at CSI. We've seen the first 48 hours, and we see that it doesn't work out for the person going to do the visitation, darling dear. I'm not a necromancer, and I'm not a medium. I can't speak to you once you allow yourself into a dangerous situation. Your job as a spiritual being, having this human experience, right, is to call 999 911 119 or whatever the what emergency services is in your country. And if you're in Jamaica, you're F. They don't have an ambulance service. I know I'm digressing, but darling dear, I'm a chatty cat. Oh, Tooting, listen. Stand above the betrayal that they tried to put on you. Claim dominion over yourself. You have the authority in your life to remove every one of those blades sent your way, darling dear. This is coming out of the betrayal, not living it, darling dear, rising above it. As this particular emperor stands between the two pillars of wisdom, Boaz and Jashin, for completion and beginning again. Okay, we're gonna look at this fool's gold. This fresh shit shining in the sunlight, guys. Sorry, I had to turn off the fan. It turned to Antarctica. Let's get a fresh deck for you. What's this? What's this fool's gold? Grand Rising. Millie de la Prida. Well, Grand. Glad you could pop in. Lurper Games. Big Cat. Wave. Who's that? Jeanette? MOH? Glad you could pop in, darling dear. As I spoke to you, Jeanette, look what fell out for you. Progress. Whatever you've been doing, darling dear, is progressing absolutely well. Tell no one. What's this about this fool's gold? What's this about the fool's gold? Tell us. They manifested that. She's naive. And it's also what? A reminder that you will manifest in your life what you believe to be true, darling dears. Your mind is a wonderful muscle, darling dear, but don't waste it manifesting what? Things that are not real. Situations that you've already taken off those rose-colored glasses from, right? Crushed it under your flip-flop, because we are in the time on this Malkuth where when you, as you think it, so shall it be. You manifested that, darling dear. I know it's a hard thing to take, but you know what? You're not going to manifest it again. Wagwan, black smoke chat, big cat wave. What's this? Listen. Anybody coming up to you with foolishness, darling dear, that you've got the Queen of Swords in the reverse, this is chat to my back. You have to realize that certain people are not of the same brilliance as you, darling dear. And there's certain things you don't need to hear or see. Don't allow it, darling dear. You manifested it once before, but not again. Tell us some more. Tell us some more. You've got a sudden change coming towards you. Right? Oh! A page? Pwah! If this is not your progeny, this is a lying liar. Someone with a bull swanky apology, yeah? They better chat to your back, darling dear. Better yet, send out your security to have them, send them off, see them off. Or release the attack dogs. The Tower card also speaks about what? The sudden change. With the magician works on his cranium, darling dear. The magician is highly intelligent, darling dear. Some of you are going to be buffing up in your cranium as you what? Come to Epiphanies today in the name of the Most High. What's this? You're about to be gifted because you've done the due diligence. Yes, baby. The Libra scale is what? Certain things balancing out in your favor. Libra is what? The 7th house. Partnerships and contracts, darling dears. You're about to be gifted with what? Either a new partnership, a new contract. A contract could be anything, not just a job. What's it? Like-minded souls. People that are not crazy in their cranium blood. People that's been through the fire and what? Come out the other side. Be prepared for incoming, big cat. Someone's not loving the fact that you broke dysfunctional generational curses, and it also speaks about true loyalty. But again, I task you with what? Using your discernment. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. Queen of Wands, darling dear. Use your intuition and your discernment. Continue to what? Plan, plot, and strategize in silence and move immediately on what is an epiphany in your life. If that quiet voice, your internal voice, tells you to do something, do it immediately. Don't wait and don't hitch. And it's not that mean voice that what criticizes you on a daily basis. No, babe. It's a quiet voice. You also have a Jezebel spirit, darling dear, that is perpetrating fool's gold, darling dears. This person is lying and spying. And you're also going to be hearing about a pregnancy or a loss of a pregnancy, or they're lying about the pregnancy altogether. Maybe it was a pregnancy with you. Someone denying what? Parentage of your child. That's the paternity of the child. Listen, the DNA don't lie, blood. What's this? Continue to take this leap of faith in this new direction that you've chose for yourself. It's time for you to what? Pack light. Come through Erica Badu. Posh. Clap. Never you forget you're a happiness expert. And if the past does not bring you any form of happiness, joy, or stability, leave it where it is, darling dear, in the past, and keep it popping, keep it fresh as you continue your tinky winky. Base of the deck. You've moved on emotionally. They can't get you in the emotionals with their what? All swanky apologies. These past people, places, and situations. It's only for what? Reference material. So that you don't get into that situation again. Third eye buffed up to a bish and shine. Enlightenment, darling dear. Because whomsoever tried to cross you, darling dear, they're going for it. I told you the DNA. I had to look over my shoulders to make sure it's not trying to sneak up on me again, darling dear. They're going through it. You minused yourself from that situation, and they blamed it on you and said it was all you. It wasn't you, big cat. It was them. And now they're realizing they have to live with what they created as you continue on to move on. Move on. Being spiritually guided towards these new beginnings, these higher ideals, these ideas, these downloads. Continue to follow them to the letter, darling dears. Lean on your own understanding, and if you're not sure, you pray on it. That fickle energy will be what? Stopped in its tracks, darling. The Knight of Wands on its face, full on tree sloth. Oh, look what fell out. King of Wands. This is somebody who loves the attention and company of others. This is somebody who's lying and spying, king-size lying. They're big mad. Someone need to get them a cape. Yeah, they can be Captain Big Mad. Let them be Captain Big Mad. Why? Because you believe in magic. Look what's underneath that. You've crossed the bridge, darling dear. You know what? Sometimes they saw you what? Burn the bridge while you were standing on it. They need to understand you're crazy. Listen, you're taking them all out. Left, right, and center. And you didn't even lift a finger. You just took your energy, crossed that bridge. The bridge always speaks about going towards new opportunities and a higher frame of mind. Because you got the badass alchemist ways. Love it. Don't hate it. Let's get another deck to see what else is going on. This fell into my hand. This is the African goddess. I'm looking at the cards, right, because they like to play with me, right? It's saying resistance and live out loud, right? Can I have one card, please? One card before we finish out this read. One card, please. Can I have one card, please? One card, please. One card, oh, please. Thank you. What's this? Naked. Let's go to the book, darling dears. This is Mama what? Mummy Water. Right, where is it? Mummy Water is on page 60. The 60 goes down to a 6. The energy of the 6, darling dears. The numerology of it all speaks about harmony, teamwork, as well as cooperation. And it also speaks about what? A divinely guided. Someone or something is being divinely guided to you to bring balance. But they have to what? Find you obstreperous and investigative, darling dears. I told you. I don't care who it is. We did see the King and Queen of Wands. That is a divinely guided partnership. I don't care. Even if they come through holding Jesus and Buddha's hand. Right? They're still getting investigated. We remember the last rodeo. We're still what? Patching up our hairlines. Right. Let's get to page 60. for you to screenshot and read at your leisure or leisure. Right, Mmmmmhmmm is the temple of, is it Griots? The element of water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Right, the embodiment. Being emotionally naked means being vulnerable enough for the real you to shine through. This lines up with what? The planetary energies, darling dears. I told you, Venus in Scorpio opposes Uranus in Taurus. And it's saying that it's tempting to keep an emotional distance, but sometimes you have to share those emotions in order to what? Have some kind of a healing and an understanding that certain people can't do certain things to you, darling dears. But I digress. I'm a chatty cat. It says what? Practice being transparent. Start with the people closest to you. Say, I haven't been showing the whole me, but I'm starting today. Boy, I mean, no mommy water. I do know mommy water. I love that. I don't think they could stand it. Have the courage to feel and express your feelings without people pleasing. People pleasing. Pwah! I split on that as well. Not on my camera screen because I'll have to clean that off myself. Speak your truth. Share your story. Cultivate an appreciation for vulnerability in others. Become comfortable with feeling uncomfortable and making others uncomfortable. Oh, I love the back end of that, darling dears. The Goddess Declaration. I have the courage to be vulnerable. Be vulnerable to the Most High, darling dears. And ask God to show you who is truly for you. And then wait. On that note, I dropped me mic. Toddle over to my Teesprings, toddle over to my Patreon, or simply come back here. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Until we meet again on these tarot streets, my dear big cat. Brilliance has no age limit. And you can do whatever you want to do. Knowledge is power. Get to it. I insist. Big cat waves. I'm just waiting for the beat line. Here it is. Yes! A lovely day to what? Bend the matrix, darling dears. Bend the matrix.